Hey, it's Coca-Cola Gamer here, and I want to bring you this video, and you notice this different tissue. Yes, feel like a southerner way. Um, Now, if you're wondering what I am behind, I am behind my bookcase. If you're interested in that. Um, so yeah, now let's bring the camera back up. Oh, anyway, this is gonna be news about GameStop going to sell retro games. I kind of thought about this, and I was watching. I heard about this news on from a YouTuber. I'll leave his link in the description below. Um, uh, Whenever I heard about this, I thought GameStop was done with retro games. Um, I play retro games. I play from I don't know, um, Super Nintendo. But I don't have a Super Nintendo. But I do have a PlayStation 2, so I can play PlayStation 1 games. So whenever I was going in my head about this, GameStop's gonna be selling these. Well, that's good for me because I don't have any retro game stores anymore around here. You know, recently the retro store in Prescott, they call themselves Game Entertainment, just shut down completely. And I go there to buy my retro games and even new games for like $15. Wasn't that bad, but I usually just go over there to like buy me some retro games. Well, this is kind of a good thing for me because now we only have a GameStop because you can technically go anywhere in the United States and find yourself a GameStop. Now, I also, whenever I was watching this video, I was also hearing about, they were looking online, and then I was like this, face palm to the face, completely. I kind of, I don't I don't like GameStop for what they are because everything is like, oh, you need to buy this new game, and every single time I walk in there, they ask me, hey, do you want to pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 2? Do you want to pre-order Halo 4? No, I want to go in there like go in there and buy my game. I don't want to pre-order anything. Well, whenever I was in there with my friend, this school game my game. I was buying Bayonetta for the first time, loved the game, and they asked me, "Do you want to pre-order a game?" I'm like, "Do you?" I do not know why they think as a what my age is, 17, think I have the money to pre-order a $60 game. No, if I was gonna pre-order a game, I will pre-order a game that I really want. Like I was gonna plan on pre-ordering Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raider was supposed to come out. That was supposed to come out this month. Now they decided to do it next year, so I can understand if they need more time to make the game and stuff like that. That's the only time I'm gonna probably pre-order a game. But I'm not gonna pre-order from GameStop. Has anybody thought about Amazon or I don't know some other place to pre-order? But anyway, back to the retro games. This is a good thing for me, but can they screw this up 100%? Yes. They were looking online. I do not know where they were looking online, possibly Amazon or eBay. And Amazon, I actually looked up, I was looking up Pokemon. Love the Pokemon games. And recently, this was like a couple days ago and stuff like that. So I was looking up these not videos. I was looking up Pokemon games. $500 for a little Pokemon game that was on the original Game Boy. I, this is the way they can screw this up. 100%, 100%, bajillion percent. is this: if they decided to make retro games off the fucking charts, like that one person selling a game for $50,000. Who has $50,000? Oh yeah, rich people. Um, well, not rich. At all. At any any part of time. I do not get why people think that we have. Uh, I think GameStop is going to screw this up a little bit. Now, the only thing that is going to come out good of this is that, let's say you live somewhere in a small town like I do, and, the only access you have is GameStop. I can understand that, but if you live in a big city like, I don't know, Phoenix, or, I don't know, Pennsylvania or something, you're gonna have many GameStops, but you're gonna have these little tiny retro stores. You can go in there and probably spend 10, 15 bucks on a retro game. I always think GameStop is gonna screw this up 100% because they are terrified going into the digital age. Because here's the thing, to me, once the digital age of gaming comes, that's when gaming is done. That's whenever I say is done. Now, there's some people that is going to argue with me about it's not going to be done. I know it's not going to be completely done, but I'd rather have the game actually in my hand. Like, now let's pull out a random book here. Here. The by James Patterson. Yes, I read surprisingly. I can get this on Kindle. But I'd rather have something I hold and I touch. But yeah, that's my whole thing. I'll probably do a rant video, eventually. Let's get that back in there. But yeah, that's what I think about GameStop, doing, retro gaming. I find it a great idea for me and some other people out there that do not have access to retro game stores anymore. But I do have a problem of GameStop screwing us up 100% of selling these games into $500, $1,000, $600. Now, if it was like $50, $40, I'd be like, huh, that's really, complete box set games, $40, $50. I wouldn't mind that at all. Even if the game is not in the card shit about, of course GameStop's gonna price it, so I'm gonna make a GameStop statement about $10 to $15, even close to $20. Let's say that if it's a rare game, but it's not in the $20, wouldn't mind that at all. But still, GameStop selling retro games, I kind of thought they were done with that because they got rid of the GameCube. I was actually planning on buying myself um, a GameCube, and they got rid of Game Boy Advance games. Two, two, two things, and they've been getting rid of old games. And the one thing I'm gonna see a downside to this is whenever the PS2 goes away. But if GameStop does go with this, that means they have to keep PS2 games. That will make me happy because they do have cheap games. Now, of course, they're not going to be like, if you just watch my recent video, I don't have cases for some of my games. Well, actual cases. Why? Because I bought them at GameStop with those little stupid paper things that can actually scratch up the game. That's the only good thing, that's the only good side to what GameStop is going to do. If you don't have access to retro game stores, you can just go over there, buy you like, I don't know, hopefully a stack of games and stuff like that, and be like, hey, $1, $2, $3. Here you go, you got a whole stack of Game Boy Advance games. Got a whole stack of Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or the SNES, or the way I say it, the Super Nintendo. Or if you live out of the United States, it's the Famicom and the Super Famicom. So that's my whole options on GameStop selling retro games. Like I said, they can screw this up 100%, or they can just be like, hey, maybe we could just be determine the price ourselves. Huh, Super Mario Bros. 3, complete in box, $30. Out of box, $15. I wouldn't mind paying $15 for a retro game. Now, my also question is, if they were gonna put these games in GameStop, where are they gonna put these games? Because they have to have room for new games. They have to have room for PS2 games. They have to have room for all these games that are in the um that are in the store. But I'm kind of curious now, where are they gonna put these games? Unless they like just decided to randomly and it's like, here you go, bigger store, like I don't know, GameStop Plus Plus or GameStop Retro or something. I don't really freaking care. I was at kind of asking. I was kind of hopefully crossing my fingers one day that GameStop would do this, but then I was also going on the downside of GameStop screwing it up because they could look at Amazon prices and eBay prices that could go off the roof. Because like me, I can't afford Amazon prices. I can't afford eBay prices because they're like, hello, like that, and they're off the roof. They're in outer space. Like you hit a baseball with a tennis racket so hard. I don't know how you hit it with a tennis racket, not without busting it through. But anyway, long story short, this is what I think about GameStop selling retro games. Like I said, they can screw it up 100% with eBay or Amazon prices, or they can actually do a good side and determine the prices of for themselves. And that's technically it. That's all I have to say. And I just want to bring this out because this is kind of like a mini rant too. Because I've been thinking about this like over and over and over and over again in my head, and it's like, what are they doing? Um, so finding this out, it kind of interests me because I live in a small town and the only place to buy games now is GameStop, and actually we only have two GameStops. Wow, two. Um, in Prescott, here in Arizona, but that's technically it. But yeah, that's what all I have to say. Excuse me. That's all I have to say, and I'm Coca-Cola Gamer, and I will see you all later, and bye.